So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iveta, and I am the research manager of Ecovia Intelligence. And in this seminar, I would like to give an update on the European natural and organic cosmetics market. What's on the agenda today? I would like to give an introduction into the topic. Then I will talk about market overview, and I will conclude with future outlook and projections. Firstly, I would like to introduce our company, Ecovia Intelligence. We are a market research and consulting company. We also organize events. So this is the outline of our business services, market and technical research, business and sustainability consulting, seminars and workshops, and last but not least, our sustainability summits that take place in major regions all around the world. So we have an upcoming edition of our European Sustainable Cosmetics Summit coming up. You can find more information on our website. This is also an example of one of our recent reports that we published. You can also find more information on our website if you are interested. So let's define natural and organic cosmetics. The organic cosmetics, the definition is that they contain certified organic ingredients and or meet private standards. And natural cosmetics products are made from plant extracts and natural ingredients and contain low and minimal amounts of synthetic chemicals. So the question is, what are these synthetic chemicals? So, for example, parabens are preservatives linked to skin allergies, petrochemicals. These include artificial fragrances and colorants. Formaldehydes are also preservatives linked to asthma. SLS and SLES, these are foaming agents linked to skin irritation. Mineral oils, as well as aluminum salts, are found in conventional deodorants and also phthalates are common contentious ingredients. So based on this definition, we exclude a brand such as The Body Shop or L'Occitane because they meet only one criteria. Natural and organic personal care products are also considered to be clean beauty because they do not contain synthetic contentious ingredients, and they also have lower environmental impact. So this slide illustrates product categories that we actually cover in our research, which include skincare, hair care products, oral care products, color cosmetics, as well as deodorants and feminine hygiene products. So based on this definition, the global natural and organic personal care products market was worth $11.9 billion in 2020. The market grows at a subtle single-digit growth rate of 2.9%. The market share of total is 2.1%. And leading markets are the USA, Germany, and France. So why do consumers actually buy natural and organic cosmetics? So here are the main drivers. So concern about synthetic chemicals, expanding sales channels, so natural and organic cosmetics are becoming more available. Then consumer awareness is rising because of media reports, as well as there are a lot of new product launches on the market. So the European natural and organic cosmetics market was worth $4.5 billion in 2020. The market share of total was 3.9%. The share of certified products was 55%, which is relatively high compared to other regions. And major sales channels are specialist retailers. However, sales channels such as drugstores and pharmacies are becoming important as well, mainly in countries such as Germany and France. So how did COVID-19 pandemic impacted the natural and organic cosmetics market in Europe? So first of all, there was a massive retail disruption because of lockdown measures in many countries. Channels such as salons, spas, beauty retailers were shut down. Um, on the other hand, we saw a rise in online retailing. Um, we also saw a strengthening consumer demand for natural and organic cosmetics. This is because consumers became more aware as to what they are putting on their skin. At the same time, we saw a decrease in consumer spending power. However, we also saw change in some consumer behavior patterns towards natural and organic cosmetics, where we saw increasing demand for products such as soaps and hand sanitizers, whereas sales of color cosmetics in certain time periods went down. So, what are the distribution trends on the European natural organic cosmetics market? So, shelf space in specialist retailers is stable. So, because this type of sales channel is more or less saturated in Europe, we don't see big expansion of sales of natural and organic cosmetics. There's also increasing penetration in drugstores and pharmacies, as I mentioned, mainly in countries such as France and Germany. There's also increasing demand from other channels. This is across Europe, such as beauty retailers, department stores, spa salons, as well as online, mainly due to COVID. So this slide illustrates how the changes in sales coming from different sales channels on the French market in 2005 versus 2019. So we saw that the sales revenues from specialist retailers grew from 75 million to 255 million. And the sales revenues of natural and organic cosmetics in mainstream retailers grew from 4 million to 98 million. In case of pharmacies and parapharmacies, the sales revenues grew from 9 million to 298 million. And in case of other channels such as spas, salons, department stores, beauty retailers, online retail, the sales revenues grew from 22 million to 133 million. So we see that the biggest growth actually came from pharmacies and parapharmacies as well as other channels. And we actually expect this trend to continue. So what we also seen in the last few years on the European market is sort of change from single brand concept stores towards multi-brand concept stores. Here are some of the examples. For example, Mademoiselle Bio is a relatively successful multi-brand concept store in France. Also new market entrants, which has been a quite important trend in the last few years. So here are some of the examples. For example, conventional companies such as P&G launched Smile for Good oral care product, as well as L'Oreal launched Garnier Bio range in the last few years. And we also saw fashion or apparel company H&M launched its own certified natural and organic personal care line. So another trend that we saw in the last few years were mergers and acquisitions. So these are just a few examples. For example, Unilever acquired Brand Skincare, Schmid Naturals, as well as 7th Generation in the last 5 years. SC Johnson acquired Ecovia and Method and Baby Ganix. Edgewell Personal Care acquired Bulldog skincare brand. And other examples include Amazon's acquisition of the Whole Foods market, as well as UK-based private equity firm Bermuda acquiring John Masters organic brand. So another trend that we saw on the European natural and organic cosmetics market were private labels. However, private labels haven't been equally successful in all European countries. A very successful brand, Naturaline, is a private label of COP Switzerland. This private label has certified products and has a significant position on the natural and organic market in Switzerland. So other examples include Aldi discounter private label Biocura, which is priced at a competitive level. All the products are priced below €2. And other examples include Bionatir range of, Bionatir is a private label range of specialist retailer in Italy, and also Auchan launched its own private label of natural and organic cosmetics, and also very, very successful natural organic cosmetics line is Alverde, which is private label of DM Drogeriemarkt. Here is a more recent example. Carrefour launched soft green line in September 2020, which includes solid bars as well as some ecological tooth and oral care products. So, what are the ingredients trends on the European natural and organic cosmetics market? So, we see replacement of synthetic chemicals. So, cosmetics companies, conventional as well as green companies, are trying to clean out the formulations. We also see increasing importance of traceability of ingredients. Many companies are starting their own growers projects. For example, Veleda and Dr. Hauschka, they have their own biodynamic farms where they source their ingredients from. We also see increasing use of food ingredients in cosmetics, also use of novel ingredients. We also see penetration of fair trade ingredients into cosmetics products. And also what's becoming important is sourcing locally. For example, Italian company Biofficina Toscana sources all its products from locally from the local region. So how has the COVID-19 pandemic affected the natural ingredients supply chain? So there were shortages of certain natural ingredients because of the disruption. And also what we saw was supply networks deglobalization. So because of the disruption, many manufacturers reconsidered their supply chains and tried to source locally as much as they could. However, this is not always possible with all ingredients. So what is the future outlook on the European natural and organic cosmetics market? So we see increased penetration of food labels. So here are some examples. For example, the vegan label is becoming very popular, which is related to increasing popularity of vegan lifestyle in Europe. Also labels such as gluten-free, halal, as well as non-GMO project verified. I already mentioned increasing penetration of fair trade ingredients. So fair trade started as an agricultural standard. However, more and more it's being adopted by cosmetics companies, and this is mainly due to the fair trade label sort of expressing the social aspect of sustainability, which consumers actually increasingly care about. So we will also see penetration of other environmental and eco labels in the European cosmetics market in the future. So here are some examples: EU eco label, Nordic eco label, which is quite famous in the Nordic region. Also, also labels that sort of cover or pertain to various aspects of sustainability, green tag, green seal, also allergy certified, as well as credit concept. So another trend that we will see on the European natural and organic cosmetics market is market segmentation. So more and more we see that, for example, 10 years ago, we had brands such as Veleda with portfolio of 200 products that were for all different types of consumers. However, we see more sort of market segmentation, and we see brands such as that are directed towards specific type of consumers. For example, a men care brand or baby care brand. This is also another way of how the market is segmented based on a specific application. So here are some examples of product. For example, anti-blue light product, anti-pollution product, as well as anti-aging products. So what can we expect to see in the future on the European market? So we will see growth mainly from the non-specialist channel. We will also see expanding number of concept stores, as well as this also apply to the multi-brand concept stores. Private labels having mixed success on the European market, and rising visibility of symbols and logos, as well as increased market segmentations based on consumer segments, also channels. So thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to answering your questions.